The light is in front of us. Let's go in. Well, hey my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I'm JuddlePlays, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Y, and mainly the finale of the main game of Pokemon Y. We'll get why it's only the finale of the main game in a little bit, but in this episode, we're going to be taking on the champion, because in the last 4 episodes, we took on the 4 Elite Four members, Malva, Seabold, Drasna, and Wilkstrom. No, Wickstrom, that's what it is, not Wilkstrom. But now, it looks like we might have somewhat of a familiar face in here. I'm first going to save and say that I have Gardevoir out in the front for this, and I did not really do anything because I think I healed up off screen. Now, let's go here. Welcome in last, dear trainer. As you must know, I'm the champion, Diantha. Oh, but you are? You're the child I spoke to in Lumio City and Coumarine City, aren't you? Then that means that you are also the one that dear Augustine said. Of course, how could I... Oh, I must look like such a fool not to recognize you sooner. You and your Pokemon are the ones who stopped Team Flare for us all. It seems wrong of me to say this, but thank you. You saved us all. I can't wait to see what you and your Pokemon are capable of now that I know exactly what it is you've done already. And... welcome to the Champion Battle versus Diantha, Pokemon League Champion. Now, usually this would be a surprise for you because, you know, you saw her really early in the game, but for me, I accidentally got spoiled of it before I got here, so I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the champion. Anyways, she starts out with a Hawlucha, Swords Dance, Flying Press, X-Scissor, Poison Jab. The Poison Jab could be a little bad, but I know exactly what I want to do. I want to quickly go to the Thunderbolt and hopefully get this down, but luckily he's only using a Swords Dance, probably to power up the Poison Jab, maybe. Yep, that's what I thought, but Thunderbolt should take you down pretty fast. Let's see. And yep, that's what I thought. Before he even had a chance to use Poison Jab, Hawlucha is down. That is why Mr. Fairy is freaking awesome. Now, what else does he have? Gourgeist. Well, we're going to want to switch to a Fire type for this, because Gourgeist is a weird type. He is Grass Ghost. He has Seed Bomb, Trick or Treat, Phantom Force, and Shadow Sneak, just to tell you. I guess I'll tell you all the moves, because I have the Bulbapedia page open just in case, because these are important battles. But now, for Gourgeist, I don't know what size this one is, but I guess we can use Flamethrower on this guy, because, let's see how much this does. And that killed the Gourgeist. Yeah, you know, it doesn't feel like I'm over-leveled, but it just seems like I go through these the Elite Fours went by really fast, and now the Champion's going by really fast, too. Well, I guess with the experience share and all, but I can definitely say I'm under-leveled compared to what my friend Jared was. I think he was in the 70s, because he was doing a Catch-em-all run. But Tyrantrum. What do I want to use? Oh, yeah, I remember what I want to use for this one. I actually want to use Schmamkid for this one. What Schmamkid will do is that Tyrantrum is the Pokemon you could have got from the Jaw Fossil, and the Pokemon I used on my first playthrough of this game. Tyrantrum has Head Smash, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Crunch. Now, he is weak to 6 types, but Earthquake is one of them, so guess what? We're going to be using Earthquake, even though he looks like he's a ground type. No, he is only Rock Dragon, and has a whole crap load of defense, and also I avoided that attack, so that's really good. Now, I believe another Earthquake will take this Tyrantrum down, and sayonara, Tyrantrum, you are down. 3 Pokemon down, and not even a hit taken, but I know that will change throughout this fight. Or at least I hope it will, because then this fight will go out longer. But Auroros, we already have one of these, so you know how somewhat useful it is, but let's switch Pokemon to our good friend P-Dart, because Auroros is actually 4 times weak to fighting, and Auroros knows Thunder, Blizzard, Light Screen, and Reflect. Even though P-Dart is weak to Psychic, the Light Screen and Reflect don't do damage, so that's why I'm sending out P-Dart here, because with one low sweep, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to take out this Auroros pretty fast, if not in one hit. That is what I thought. And that's 4 Pokemon down of Diantha. We are racking in this. This is definitely, I feel like this is being a lot easier than the Cynthia fight, partially because Cynthia sends out Garchomp, her main, the second Pokemon, but I believe she leaves her main Pokemon for last. But Goodra, yes, I want to switch Pokemon, because we've already fought a Goodra before. A Goodra is a pure Dragon type, so guess what, Goodra? You're going to be down by Mr. Fairy and his Dazzling Gleam, who has only 5 of those left, but I made sure I had enough moves to get through this Elite Four before. But now, Sap Sipper, I'm not exactly sure what it does, but I believe that's like a certain ability that gets more health back. I think Go-Go actually has that, and/or our Schmamkid has that. But Dazzling Gleam should do the trick on this Pokemon. Well, let's just see. And, oh, it actually didn't kill it. Thank you, thank you. That means we can actually go through this a little bit longer, but Fire Blast didn't do that much, though. So I guess a Dazzling Gleam, please heal up. No, that's what I thought. I actually kind of wanted it to heal up because I wanted this fight to be kind of epic, but we'll see what the next Pokemon's in store for us. Now, it's kind of funny that the next Pokemon coming up here is actually, well, we'll see. Yep, Gardevoir. The same Pokemon we have, but there's a little bit of a surprise to it. We're going to switch Pokemon and go to Auroros, because Auroros, well, other than Frock, was the only one that hasn't fought in this fight, and I have nothing that's super effective against the Gardevoir. I have a Poison type, but, the bad thing is that Toxicroak's weak to Psychic, and she has Psychic, and also Moonblast, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Thunderball. Oh yeah, Goodra had Dragon Pulse, Muddy Water, Fire Blast, and Focus Blast. I've never said that, but yeah. And that would be really bad, getting hit by a Psychic. But what we're going to be doing is, I guess we can use a few Hyper Beams and get as much damage as we can. But, yes, Gardevoir and or Diantha has the ability of Mega Evolution. And I don't have a stone for Gardevoir, so that's why I can't do that. But now, Moonblast. I know I'm not weak to Fairy, and that did an okay amount of damage. I always think half is where, like, the little forward slash is, but Hyper Beam, how much will that do? And Hyper Beam did, okay, good. Hyper Beam didn't do that much damage. Now, the bad thing is I have to recharge for a turn, so that's okay, but at least I know this Gardevoir will take a little bit. But can we actually switch Pokemon? I want to see if we can. I'm not so sure, though. And switch? Okay, we can switch. It said it was recharging, but oh, I got it. It recharged for that turn, then I could have attacked then. Okay, there we go. Now, this could have been really bad, because I believe Frock was weak to Fairy. And yeah, Frock was weak to Fairy. Okay, that was actually a really bad move. Sorry, Frockwa. Now, who am I going to use for this Gardevoir here? Let's try Incinerate, because I know Incinerate's actually resistant to Fairy. It has Thunderbolt, but that is kind of like the least of my worries for now. Let's try Inferno. See if we can get okay, I avoided the attack. Now, I know exactly what we're going to be doing now, as long as I survive this. Okay, we're going to fight Mega Evolve and Flamethrower this Gardevoir. That is what I'm talking about. As long as we survive. If we don't survive, then I don't know what's going to happen, because then the Mega Evolution would have been just a waste of time, I guess you could say. But let's see what happens. Charizard has amazing special attack in this form, and the Drought will make it go, but I don't know if Drought makes you go faster as well, but let's see. And Flamethrower went, and let's see how much Flamethrower does. Flamethrower killed the Gardevoir. And now, with only one Pokemon being down who didn't actually do anything, we have defeated Diantha, the champion. Listen to that music. Witnessing the noble spirits of you and your Pokemon in battle has really touched my heart. And we received 16,000 Pokédollars for that fight. And that fight went a lot easier than my other champion of Platinum, but that is it for comparing. I do like Diantha a lot. Well, in a way of, like, she's a good fighter. I'm so choked up that it's hard to know what I should say, but I'm just so glad at this moment that I was good enough to be the champion. After all, it gave me the chance to meet in battle with you and your wonderful Pokemon. Now I understand why dear Augustine Professor Sycamore said he needed to get Lumio City ready for the new champion. But before I take you there, my dear Jordan, would you mind coming this way with me? And yes, as all the champions do once you beat the champion, we're going to be going into the Hall of Fame. Because we are stars. And my camera might be slightly out of, like, tilted, but whatever. And saving the adventure, so that means we always save. I really like games that do that, because I'm not a big fan of games that, like, they don't save, so you never... So when you go back into the game, like, it just... You have to redo the final boss, and then you just start before the final boss. I think Paper Mario does it, but I don't know if Thousand Year Door does that. Here we are. I'm so glad to welcome you in. This grand chamber is where you enter the Kalos Region's Hall of Fame. This is where Pokemon trainers will live on forever, remembered always for giving their all in battle to the Pokemon League and for the glory and light that they shared with all. Now, let's go up here, walk very slowly, and put our 6 Pokeballs in the Hall of Fame slot. Come, Jordan. Your love for your Pokemon, and the way that those Pokemon gave everything they had in battle for you. We'll record them all right here for eternity. And that one Great Ball where Gardevoir is, I don't know about the other ones, but now the Pokemon are in the Hall of Fame, and let's see. Hall of Fame. Gardevoir, the main fairy psychic type. Go-Go, my awesome grass type. Incinerate, my awesome fire type, or flaming fire type, I guess. Auroros, my awesome rock ice. He's rockin' ice. Frogwa, the awesome water dark. P-Dart, fighting poison of awesomeness. And there's me, stylin' as always. Congratulations on becoming Pokemon League champion. Yes, as we see this, all of our Pokemon are surrounding us. All 6 of these Pokemon that have gone through us without this whole journey, well, throughout this whole journey, are surrounding us, and we feel happy. Now, let's press A. A few days later, crowds of people gathered in Lumio City to celebrate the 5 defenders of the Kalos region and to cheer for its new champion, Jordan. And look how tall we are. That's just something I have to say. What an amazing turnout. All of these people are here to celebrate your achievements. I'd like to present you with the honor of Kalos for the bravery you showed the stuff. I did read that too slow. I'm so proud of you all. On behalf of the entire Kalos region, I'd like to say... thank you! Look at all of us. And it looks like Tierno's a little bit taller. And, well, Az. Battle with me. I want to know what a trainer is. And we get to battle Az with the gym leader music. Yep, as we've seen him before, or AZ Az, whatever you want to call it. We have seen him many times before, but now we are going to be fighting him finally. This is not as hard as the champion was, but this is a fight. Now, he has, I believe he's all around level 60, so he's definitely a good opponent. But for this Pokemon right here, Torkoal, we are definitely going to be switching to Frogwa. And all I have to say is, if you've never played this game, or the first time you played this game, you knew you were surprised that you had to fight Az, that, like, all of a sudden, like, you thought you were done with the game and the credits were going to roll because you beat the champion. No, you have to battle Az. Yep, it's a very cool thing, but it's not the best thing that has come out of this. But now, we are going to Hydro Pump this guy, and I don't know what happens if you lose this fight, but I believe you might want to win this fight. I mean, if you lose it, it might still have the end of the game, but I am not so sure. And Golurk, let's keep battling. I believe Golurk, I think I know what it looks like. Yeah, let's keep, let's try water. Let's try a Surf on you. I just want to see if you're actually weak to water, because I am not so sure. Okay, you are weak to water, and you did die, okay. I wasn't so sure if he was part steel, but I was pretty sure I knew he was part rock, so Sigilyph, switch Pokemon. Because I believe Mr. Fairy will go good against Sigilyph, because as you know, I think, yeah, it was Sigilyph, it wasn't Cofagrigus, but Sigilyph, it was like, I think we had trouble on it, like, way earlier in the game, back when we fought one of these, but that was a really long time ago. Now, okay, now let's see what we can have here. Let's use Psychic and see what happens. Okay. I believe you're weak to Psychic. Oh, you are not weak to Psychic. Why did I think you were weak to Psychic? Oh, but I do believe you might be weak to Thunder. I'm not so sure. Okay, never mind. I was thinking you were weak to Psychic. Maybe you're weak to, like, Poison or something. But let's try Thunderbolt, because I believe you might be part Flying. Okay, you are weak to Electric. That is what I thought. And or Thunder. I have to say Thunder, or Electric types, but we defeated Az. I thought he had more Pokemon, actually. Thank you very much for battling with me. Now I finally feel free. Free from the part of my mirrored in sorrow, the part of me that built the ultimate weapon. I have to read these fast because I think they're going to go by too fast. Floette. It's been 3,000 years. His Pokemon was waiting all this time. Waiting for him to return to the man he was, the man who loved Pokemon with all his heart. I love the way they end that game right there. Because remember, the game started with the bird flying through, and then it ends with the bird flying through, and or the one Pokemon. It was crap. It's slipping my mind right now. I'll have it on the screen right now. But yep, that is it for Let's Play Pokemon Y, or at least the main game of the project. I will say right now that I will be doing the after game, just not right after this episode. I will have an update after this. I'll have an update the day after this video comes out, saying what exactly is going to happen without this project, because I do want to do the after game, but I want to wait a little bit. I'll say that. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to do an update video. What I'm going to say is that I'm going to be taking a week or 2-week break from this project while I start my next Let's Play Spyro Year of the Dragon, so I can get that started a little bit, and then, once Spyro Year of the Dragon gets a few episodes in, I'm going to be starting the after game of Pokemon Y, and doing the rest of the game, because, you know, I never did the after game of Pokemon Platinum, and I kind of feel a little sorry about that, because I probably never will do the after game of Platinum, because of, having to get all the stuff from, like, get for the National Dex and stuff. Luckily, this game, you don't need a National Dex in order to do the rest of the game, or you don't need to find every single Pokemon to do the after game, but yeah. So, don't worry, the after game is going to be done. Everything in the after game, or at least everything I feel like is important in the after game, is going to be done. And yeah, so, and now that we got that little bit of an update out of the way, I'm going to say my thoughts on this project. I have to say I really like the project. I mean, I could have done it a little bit faster, I think. I mean, like, because I started this project on April 6th, and it's now ending July 28th. I mean, it's ending before Platinum did last year, because Platinum went from, like, April 14th to, like, September 9th. But that's because I've just been uploading every day with this, because I've really wanted to get to another project this summer, and I didn't want it to be like last summer where I'm stuck on this Pokemon project for the whole summer. Well, yeah, it's just because Pokemon games are real long, and I also have to say that I'm probably not going to be doing another Pokemon game for a little bit, just because, well, sorry about that, I hit my keyboard, but I'm not going to be doing a Pokemon game for a little bit just because of, there are kind of a lot of work to do because of all the speed-ups I have to do. There's not much artwork I do in the thing, I just do, like, the border and then the, little end slate thing. It's not even an end slate, it's more of just, like, a directory I do at the end. But it's just, like, I have to do all the speed-ups and stuff, and that stuff, and it's a lot more than, like, doing a regular capturing on, like, a capture card Let's Play. Also, recording this Let's Play was a little bit of a pain. I mean, the beginning episodes were a pain in my butt. Oh my god. Because what I did for the beginning is I did the same exact recording setup I did for Platinum. With Platinum, I had, like, a little book that I put my camera on, and you and I were... Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to read the song on the bottom. You can see other playthroughs of it, because I would have read the song, but now I'm like, ugh, I have to say what I need to say. But what I'm trying to say is that with Platinum, I would have a little, thing on the bottom. Not a little thing, I'd have a little book that my camera would sit on, and then I would put the camera on that, and then it'd be pointing at my screen, and my screen of my DSi would be in such a way that I wasn't able to see the screen from, like, the actual game thing, so I'd have to look on my capture preview, which that was fine for that project, because there wasn't really any instances I really needed to, like, have to look on the screen, but with Pokemon Y, it's a little bit different. Some text is on the top of the screen, and with the stuff I have on the top of the screen where I can see how long I've been recording and stuff, it blocks some of the text, so it's hard for me to read and stuff, so that is why I changed my recording setup, and my dad actually fixed a little tripod I can use. So for the majority of the project, I've used my camera on a tripod pointing down at the screen, and so that made it so I was able to play the game off the game screen, making it a lot easier to record. Now, it still was a pain because my arms were hurt after a while because of how my arms had to be positioned, and sometimes my back would hurt if I had to, like, bend over and, like, look at the screen and be in the mic at the same time. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the handheld Let's Plays. I just really wish I had a 3DS capture board, but I think for using a camera, this Let's Play worked out pretty damn well. I'll have to say that much. Now, I'm not using damn as a swear word here, because usually I'm not trying to swear, but I don't consider it a swear word, so I'm just going to say it went out really damn well. And also, as you have seen in the background, they changed the stuff, and there has been a song going on that kind of says, like, a whole bunch of stuff in, like, Japanese and stuff in, like, every single language this game is in, but I kind of skipped it, so I'm still not going to read it. It's just, yeah. I guess, like, if you really want to, you can, but it's a cool little song. Also, these credits are really long. I think these credits are probably some of the longest credits in Pokemon history, or at least in my honest opinion. So, I have no idea when the credits will end, so I guess I'll just keep talking, because, I mean, I'm not a big fan of people who just stop talking in the middle of credits and they just let the credits play, because I like being able to talk through the credits about it, but, let me see how I would improve this Let's Play. If I ever got a capture board, I would not redo it, but it would have been a lot better of quality. And also, I believe the credits are ending right now. But, we'll see Pokemon Y. Yep, that stuff. And, there's one thing I'm waiting for. It's not that. There's something after this that comes on the top screen, and it looks really cool. Oh, now saving the adventure. Right here. Finn. Yep. Ending in French. And also, this screen will be the same way as it would always be. I believe Pokemon Platinum had the Finn at it too, but yeah. We have beaten the main game of this game, and I guess I can say right now about what I'd improve on this project. I think really the only thing I'd improve of is if I had a capture board, it'd be better, because that's really it. Because other than that, I think this project was really good. It doesn't have the same emotional impact on me as finishing Platinum, because Platinum, I tried doing that Let's Play for like many times, and then when I finished it, I was like, I thought I was gonna cry at the end of it, because I thought I was gonna be so happy that I finished it finally, but with Y, it was like, I played the game, and I knew I was going to Let's Play it eventually, and I did successfully Let's Play it within a year of it being released, so that's really good. Now, but without rambling on more, there are still more episodes. This is only going to be called Part 47, and anyways, that is about it for the main game of Pokemon Y. After I clear some stuff off the screen there, in the next episode, we are going to be starting the after game, but the next episode, as I said, won't be for like 2 weeks or so. So, this has been JuddlePlays saying see you later, and see you in Let's Play Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon, and eventually in the after game of Pokemon Y. See you later, and goodbye.